Good morning, everyone. This lovely wellness community. It's Emily here from All Things Divine, a natural energies practitioner. Now, hopefully, you can hear me. My computer's playing up, so I'm on my phone, and sometimes the sound can be a bit dodgy. So hopefully, it's all working, and you can hear me. I've come on a little bit early this morning because I'm doing a mental health first aid course today, which starts at 10 o'clock. So I just thought I'll jump on, and for anyone that's here, hello, and anyone that's watching for later, hello. I wanted to come on because a lot of the conversations I've been having this week with, just people in general or clients that I've been in contact with, obviously not on the table. A lot of people are just feeling a little bit flat. And because I work with energy, one of my passions is to always come back to your own energy. And we have the chakra system, and so I have been sort of guiding them to come back to their house, come back to their home. And I think last week we talked about grounding, which correlates with the base chakra, so the physical realm, and how you can kind of be grounded in what's going on around the world at the moment, to stay in the physical body and not sort of, leave it, try and escape. So this week I was going to talk to you about the sacral chakra. So it's sort of the next chakra up. It's the energy center. It's our emotional energy center, our pleasure center, and to connect with it, it's just really, really easy to just simply close your eyes and pop both of your hands just underneath your belly button and just turn your attention inwards. So instead of listening for sounds outside of yourself or in the room or anything like that, just take those beautiful deep belly breaths right down to this center. Just direct it all the way down and pushing your belly out. And then exhaling everything. And just even ask your body, what is it feeling? It might feel tingly, it might feel tight, it might feel, a bit nauseous, or it might feel fully expanded. This beautiful center. And it's orange in colour. It vibrates at the same frequency as the colour orange. So if it's feeling a bit heavy or blocked or stagnant or anything like that, breathe in that orange energy, feed it some orange energy to kind of bring some harmony into it. As we are energetic beings, as I've said before, we're not going to be balanced all the time and in harmony all the time, because we are humans and we give and receive energy. So it's just a matter of checking in with the self, coming back to the self, and what is your body telling you? What is your body wisdom? It's amazing. Just give yourself that time, give yourself permission just to check in. So it is our feeling center. So things like, what your gut instincts say about X, Y, Z. Does it feel good? Does it feel bad? But this is also our center of creativity. So for those people that are feeling blah, not getting off the couch, not feeling motivated, not feeling part of the world, it is our creativity. So I often say to people, what's your creative outlet? And it can change, of course. And if you've got no idea, have a think about what you used to do as a kid that entertained you, drawing, singing, writing, doing poetry, reading, creating gardens, rearranging the house. What is it that you do for yourself that brings you pleasure in a creative sense. For me at the moment, I'm working on my my Reiki and Seishin course, extending that to involve a lot of personal development and spiritual development. So that's amazing. But as part of that as well, I'm doing a lot of study. So I'm gaining more information. I'm feeding my souls. This is what brings you pleasure. We need to give ourselves permission to feel joy, to feel pleasure, whether it's sexual or non-sexual. We need to pleasure ourselves. You know, if it's a beautiful meal, and that could be a creativity. You could love cooking. And when we eat the meals, you know, really be present and have gratitude for the meals that you're eating, the tastes, the flavors. Incorporate all the senses into everything that you do. So check in with yourself as to how you are interacting with the world right now. And this emotional center will definitely let you know. So if it's feeling really overactive or sluggish, you may be, you know, you may be reacting or acting in a really knee-jerk reaction, you know, really getting triggered and firing off and losing your patience and, you know, just cracking it over small things, overly emotional. Which, you know, if you're feeling all these things, it's totally okay. I'm definitely not saying don't feel these things, because again, we're human. We've got this skin body, and it's part of how we interact with the world. But if you don't like the way you're interacting with the world, this is where you can come back and just go, okay. I kind of overreacted then. How can I change that behavior for next time so that I don't, you know, me feel bad afterwards or annoy or upset other people? So, you know, it's coming out of that place of fear. So are you reacting or interacting with the world from a place of fear? You can become emotionally attached to somebody or something, like are you addicted to something? Are you reliant on something? This is a beautiful way just to check in to see how you're going in and around the world. Or you may just be totally, you know, if it's not overactive, it could be really underactive, this emotional center, to the point where you're actually not feeling anything. There's no motivation. You don't want to do anything, you don't want to see anyone, you don't want to talk anything, you could be sitting in that victim mentality and just, you know, numb. And again, all of these little things are fine in short terms. I know that I've done it. There's been days where I'm just like, F everybody, I'm going to sit in my shit, I'm going to be sad, I'm going to sit in this, this victim mentality, but I know that I'm just going to give myself that one day where I'm going to crack it, I'm not going to talk to anyone, I'm going to cry, or I'm going to scream, and I'm going to shout, or whatever. Because, again, our emotions are an energy, and they need to get out of this body. So find a way to, you know, get that energy out in a healthy way, and, you know, be okay with being sad, be okay with being shitty, be okay with being, you know, the world's out to get me kind of thing. But always know that it's always going to be temporary. Make sure you give yourself permission to express it, but not unpack and live there. Yeah? Hey, Michelle. So yes, find your joy. Find those things that bring you happiness, that bring you bliss, so that when you've had this shitty day, that you can say, okay, tomorrow I'm going to go and do that. I'm going to make a phone call and have an amazing conversation with a friend, or go for a walk around the block, or I'm going to start knitting or crocheting. Get on YouTube. If you don't have a hobby, or you always wanted to learn how to paint, knit, whatever it is, YouTube is amazing. That's how I learnt to soft solder and create all the jewelry and everything. And then scour Facebook, because there are groups as well. So I'm in a couple of soft soldering groups. So when I can't find something on YouTube, or something's just not working, I can get in there and go, oh my God, what's going on? So again, and that's connecting with other people and like-minded people, because they're doing the same activity as you. And they give you an opportunity to showcase what you've done, and then you get this glorious feedback going, oh my God, it's amazing. And you go, yeah, cool, amazing. So it's bringing joy to you, honouring all aspects of what's going on for you emotionally. The worst thing that we can do is suppress. One, it's emotionally draining to try and be joyous and happy all the time, and it's not realistic. Like, shit's going on. So honour that, acknowledge it, finish that trauma cycle, yeah? So some of the other actions that you can do, what other things can you do to bring in pleasure? I know for a long time that I was like, well, I don't even know what makes me happy. My life had changed, I'd left a relationship that I was miserable in, and, so it was like, well, I don't even know. So start exploring these things. You might like to go, okay, well, I've always been interested in knitting. You might get into 2 rows and go, this is crap. Fine. Pick something else. Pick painting. Pick reading. Pick writing. Pick cooking. This is a beautiful time that we've got to be able to just kind of explore. Like, who's to say that we can't try 1,000 different things? We change so much in our lifespan that the things that excited us and made us happy when we were in our teens or our 20s or our 30s can be totally the opposite, I'm about to buy a new lawnmower and I'm so freaking excited about that. Whereas if I was 20, I'd go, whatever. So we change. So allow yourself to check in on who you are today, what you need today, what's not being fulfilled, and what can you do to fulfill it. And if you have no idea, have a conversation with someone. They might be part of a group, or they might know someone that can put you onto something. It's really, the sacral energy is beautiful. This is our pleasure center, guys, and it's up to us to do it. We can't wait for someone else to come in and go, I'm going to take you away and we're going to have so much fun together. If that happens, that's awesome. It, bring something to the party as well. But bring it for yourself. Give yourself permission to be happy. Give yourself permission to just feel blissful. You share it with your kids if you want to, or you can just keep it for yourself. You might just want to spend half an hour just in meditation and allow your mind to wander. Another beautiful thing in this creation center is planning. And I know that many people are not planning anything because we don't know what the hell's going on from one day to another. And I was stuck in that one day, and Spirit just kind of said, don't stop living. Just because we have no idea what's going on, don't stop living. So plan. Plan for the courses that you might want to take. Plan for the courses that you might want to run. Plan for holidays. Plan for whatever it is. And the difference is to be okay if plans change. So this is really good practice to be flexible and patient and understanding that, okay, so I'm going to plan this amazing thing, Might happen sooner, it might happen later, it might not happen at all. But again, it's that creativity bubble. It brings you love and joy and pleasure. Like imagine planning a trip to wherever. Start looking at places that you might like to stay in or might like to visit, or people you might want to catch up with, all that sort of stuff. And it may or may not happen, but the idea is to ignite that flame in this sacral, in this emotional, this pleasure center, and do all that sort of stuff. A vision board, or like an ultimate feeling board, I love to call them. You know, put everything, scour all the newspapers or the magazines, cut out pictures, get creative, and just make this beautiful vision board with words and pictures. Stuff that when you see it, you just go, oh, yes, one day. One day it'll happen. Be flexible with it. But for our bodies, it's having that beautiful, that desirable energy, that pleasure energy that just kind of ricochets through our whole body. So honouring all parts of you. It's all right. There's nothing wrong about anything like that. I know, the ultimate feeling board, I call it, Michelle. It's so good because we put our feelings into it. It's not just chuck, 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 chuck. Yeah, I want a black Lamborghini. I want a house in the, wherever. There's actual feeling to it. This is how I want to feel. This is what I'm striving towards. It's such a beautiful motivator. So yeah, this week I want you to really, tune in with yourself. If you're feeling a bit icky, you're feeling a bit unmotivated or sluggish, just check into this orange center. So just below the navel, the sacral center, pleasure center. And just, close your eyes and connect with it. You can put one hand on the front and one hand on the back if you want. And just check in, just see what it's doing. What's the energy doing there? Is it vibrant or is it not? Are you feeling good? You might sit there and just go, oh my God, I feel amazing. Yes, stuff is happening in my life and I love it. And that's so cool. So breathe into that center and spread that feeling over and, beyond your whole body. And it's a beautiful way when we expand that beautiful, high, vibrant energy in and around our body. That's our own sort of personal protection or bubble of protection as well to any crap that's going on outside that we don't want to pick up. So yes, it's a very beautiful center, and I suppose the biggest thing is just giving yourself permission. Give yourself permission to honor the feelings. Give yourself permission to give yourself the time to acknowledge and react in however way you want to, in a healthy way. If you don't know, if you're sort of stuck in that, well, I don't know how to, bring good energy to this center, just, reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help. And, we need to support each other, and that's what this group is all about. Support each other and help us through these crappy times. So that we can all, we're not alone. We are all together. Obviously experiencing everything totally differently, but there is this beautiful support group network that is safe for us to talk and express. So use it, guys. We're all here to help. We're all helpers. We're all healers in our own way, and we're here for you. So, have an amazing week. I'm going to cut it short. I've got to get ready for my course. And yes, if you want to, I'm Emily at All Things Divine. Feel free to pop over to the business page. You can send me a message there, or you can personal message me. Or I do have a group that I kind of put a lot of strategies and tips and stuff in there called the Inner Peace Warrior. So yeah, come and fill your cup with goodies and goodness and pleasure and bliss and happiness. Have these places that you can go and people that you can be with to help encourage that part of your life. It'd be amazing. Have an amazing week, people. Thank you very much. I'll be on at about the same time next week as well, because my course runs that week as well. So yes, feel free to ask any questions under this thread too. I'll be on there. I can hop on and answer any questions. Have a good week. Be blissful. Give yourself permission to shine. All right. Bye for now.